Wealthy people never let their homes go without this plant, because they know that just by keeping it in the house, money will flow in non-stop. In Feng Shui, green plants do more than just bring a sense of freshness to your living space. Every single leaf, every stem, is considered a channel for energy, attracting, guiding, and circulating it throughout your home. When you place the right plant in the right spot, it is like opening a new stream of wealth, helping you retain your fortune while inviting even more good luck and prosperity. The interesting part is, this plant is not rare at all. You can find it in almost any garden or plant shop. But only those who truly understand Feng Shui realize that this is actually a living talisman, one that helps preserve wealth, grow it, and bring long-lasting abundance to the entire household. And it is not just one plant. In this video, I am going to reveal 6 different lucky plants, each one carrying a secret of its own to attract wealth. But be careful. Choosing the wrong kind of plant, one that goes against Feng Shui principles, could drain your luck, and with it, your chance at lasting wealth. So, make sure to stay until the very end of this video. And before we begin, comment a powerful affirmation to open the flow of abundance. I am the fertile ground, where wealth grows and flourishes in my home. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you will always be the first to discover powerful Feng Shui secrets that can completely transform your family's fortune. Now, let us unveil the secrets and explore the very first plant on this list of 6 auspicious houseplants that attract wealth and prosperity. Number 1. Split-leaf philodendron. In Feng Shui, the split-leaf philodendron is considered a plant with exceptionally strong energy-guiding properties. Its large, glossy green leaves with soft but defined splits are not only visually stunning, but also carry deep symbolism. Each split is likened to a flowing stream of water, representing continuous energy circulation, thriving growth, and wealth pouring in without end. In Feng Shui, water is closely associated with money, and this plant, with its shape resembling branching rivers, is seen as a sign of abundance, wealth, and long-term prosperity. When you place a pot of split-leaf philodendron in your home, it acts like a channel that draws in fresh energy from the outside and spreads it throughout your living space. Energy entering a house is like blood flowing through a body. When guided correctly, it brings calm, vitality, and a sense of ease. That is why the best place to keep this plant is near the main entrance, where energy first enters, or in the living room, the heart of your home. There, the plant not only cools the space with its vibrant greenery, but also filters out heavy, stagnant energy, keeping the atmosphere clean and peaceful. Even more valuable is its ability to stabilize the energy field within the household. When the energy flows smoothly, tension and conflict begin to fade away. Instead, harmony and connection grow among family members. A peaceful home becomes the solid foundation upon which success, wealth, and good fortune continue to grow. However, for this plant to work its full Feng Shui magic, you must remember one small but important detail. The leaves gather dust easily. In Feng Shui, dust is a sign of blocked energy, like a curtain preventing good energy from circulating. That is why regularly wiping the leaves does more than keep them fresh. It clears the path for prosperity to flow freely into your home. A small act, but one that can completely transform your living space. Number 2. Bird of paradise. While the split-leaf philodendron brings harmony and stability, the bird of paradise plant represents upward, vibrant energy. With just one glance, you can feel its dynamic life force. Long, green leaves growing straight up, and bright orange and yellow flowers that resemble a bird soaring high into the sky. Its very shape makes it a symbol of progress, opportunity, and blossoming wealth. What makes it truly special is the perfect balance of elements. The green leaves belong to the wood element, representing growth and new beginnings. The fiery flowers represent fire, symbolizing passion and breakthrough. In Feng Shui, wood feeds fire, and fire is fueled by wood. This natural harmony creates a strong energy stream that sparks creativity, fuels motivation, and pushes people to move forward with bold action. When it comes to placement, the bird of paradise plant thrives on balconies, windowsills, or near entryways, spots that welcome light and fresh air from outside. These locations allow it to serve as an energy gateway, and when the flowers bloom, it is more than just nature's beauty. It is a Feng Shui signal that your moment has arrived, and the energy around you is rising. The greatest value this plant brings is spiritual strength. Just by looking at its upward-reaching form and bright blossoms, you feel a renewed sense of confidence to dream bigger, act bolder, and step beyond your limits. Many families notice a real shift. The atmosphere becomes more optimistic, more vibrant, and people feel energized to take on new challenges. Number 3. Orchid. Orchids have long been seen as flowers of elegance and grace. They do not bloom in a hurry, nor do they scream for attention. Instead, their beauty is quiet and enduring, a gentle reminder that true abundance often requires patience and careful nurturing. In Feng Shui, this ability to wait for the right moment is why orchids are seen as symbols of wisdom and openness to good fortune. What makes orchids truly unique is their timing. They do not bloom constantly, only during specific periods. So when those delicate blossoms do appear, they are considered auspicious signs, signals that your energy is shifting and new opportunities are on the horizon. For many families, the moment an orchid blooms feels like a blessing from the universe, a sign that all those quiet efforts are finally about to pay off. In Feng Shui layout, orchids are popular choices for living rooms, home offices, or study areas. Besides brightening the space, a healthy, thriving orchid helps boost clarity and focus. Because orchids carry a pure energy, when they are well cared for, they activate the kind of energy that helps people concentrate, make clear decisions, and open the path to wealth and success. However, orchid energy is also very sensitive. When the flowers wilt or the plant fades, it can send out signals of stagnation, a reminder that energy flow is slowing down. That is why, instead of holding on to a fading plant, it is better to replace it in time. Doing this not only keeps the energy fresh, but also symbolizes letting go of the old to welcome something new and better into your life. Number 4. ZZ plant. In the world of Feng Shui, few plants represent wealth as clearly as the ZZ plant. Just looking at it, you can see the symbolism. Deep green, shiny leaves, thick and smooth, growing in neat, upright rows that resemble strings of old coins. Each leaf is like a green coin, and when the branches are full and lush, they create the image of wealth steadily accumulating. Ancient belief holds that the ZZ plant has the power to gather and hold fortune. When you keep a healthy ZZ plant at home, it brings a sense of financial security, as if you have a hidden reserve quietly backing you up. Especially when the plant blooms, which is quite rare, it is seen as an extremely lucky sign. indicating an upcoming financial gain, a promising investment opportunity, or a major breakthrough in your career. In home layout, ZZ plants are often placed in living rooms, near entrances, offices, or areas where money is handled. In these locations, the plant not only adds visual appeal, but also serves as a Feng Shui statement. Wealth is being welcomed in and kept securely within. For business owners, it carries the meaning of opening the vault, symbolizing financial growth and expanding profits. Beyond Feng Shui symbolism, the ZZ plant also creates a sense of stability. When you see its strong or orderly growth, it naturally brings to mind structure and discipline in your finances. It is a gentle reminder that true wealth does not come from luck alone, but from steady planning and consistent effort. Some families even place small gold coins or red ribbons in the pot as a way of marking it for prosperity. What makes the ZZ plant especially valuable is its steadiness. It does not bloom dramatically like an orchid, nor does it flow softly like a philodendron. Instead, it sends out a different kind of energy, one of reliability and endurance. It reminds us that true prosperity is not just about how much you have today, but how well you protect and grow your resources over time. Number 5. Jade plant. In Feng Shui, the jade plant is seen as one of the most visually symbolic representations of wealth. Its thick, fleshy, rounded green leaves resemble coins, not just in shape, but in the way they seem to store richness. Each new leaf feels like another deposit, another small step toward lasting fortune. What makes the jade plant special is that it represents not just sudden windfalls, but long-term, steady financial growth. As the plant thrives with lush, full branches, it paints a picture of money flowing in continuously, slowly but surely, building up over time. That is why it is often referred to as a green safe inside the home, a place where wealth quietly gathers. Wealthy families often place jade plants in strategic financial spots, near cash registers, by the front door, or on their work desks. In these locations, the plant becomes a symbol that money is not just going out, it is also coming back in, creating a healthy, abundant financial cycle. More than just decor, the jade plant acts as a Feng Shui signal, offering peace of mind that wealth has a place to stay. One of the most special things about the jade plant is its flowering. Unlike many other houseplants, jade only blooms when it reaches a certain level of maturity. Because of how rare this is, its flowers are seen as a sign of a financial breakthrough, a buildup of luck that finally overflows. A blooming jade plant is believed to signal the arrival of a major gain, maybe a big paycheck, a new partnership, or a reward after years of effort. In Feng Shui, it marks the moment when your wealth truly starts to flourish, but its value goes beyond money. The jade plant also brings a sense of calm and consistency. It does not grow fast, but it grows strong. Each branch and leaf adding to a sense of order and dependability. It reminds us that prosperity does not always come in big leaps. Sometimes it is built slowly, one solid step at a time. Simply put, the jade plant is the perfect symbol of saving and blooming, preserving wealth while creating opportunities for it to multiply, especially when it begins to flower. If the split-leaf philodendron is the flowing river, and the bird of paradise is the breakthrough, then the jade plant is the green vault, quietly collecting until it bursts into abundance. Number 6. Aglaonema. If green stands for growth, and gold is tied to wealth, then red is the color of luck, fortune, and power. That is why the aglaonema, red wishes plant, with its vibrant blend of red, pink, and green leaves, has long been seen as a powerful symbol of lasting prosperity. Its most striking feature is its bold red color. In Feng Shui, red belongs to the fire element, a force of energy that drives success, ambition, and determination. Fire brings warmth, but also fuels achievement. For this reason, many wealthy families consider the red wishes plant to be a kind of Feng Shui torch, constantly glowing to activate prosperity and pave the way to success. But this plant does more than attract wealth. It also brings good fortune in relationships. Red is naturally attractive and inviting. When placed in the living room or entry hall, it creates a warm welcome for guests and encourages positive social energy. In Feng Shui, a space filled with such uplifting energy becomes the foundation where blessings gather. The ideal spot for this plant is in a spacious area like a living room or front hall. There, it becomes both a beautiful centerpiece and a strong energy source, drawing in good fortune from the front door. For business owners, it acts as a declaration of sustainable growth, not just in terms of money, but also reputation and influence. What is unique about this plant is its year-round vibrancy. It does not fade with the seasons. Its red and green colors stay bright like a fire that never goes out. That constancy is what makes it a symbol of long-lasting wealth, not just for the present, but as a legacy for future generations. So, the aglaonema red wishes stands as the final and most brilliant note in this list of 6 lucky Feng Shui plants. It does not just attract money, it lights up your space with fiery energy, bringing luck, abundance, and smooth progress on your path to success. But alongside plants that bring in good fortune, there are also Feng Shui mistakes that can cause your wealth energy to disappear. These are things you must absolutely avoid, because even if you are wealthy now, you could still end up losing it all. Mistake 1. Keeping a cactus indoors. Cactus is a very unique type of plant. It can survive in harsh desert conditions, needs very little water, and requires almost no care. That is why many people think placing a cactus inside the home is both beautiful and convenient. But in Feng Shui, this is considered one of the most serious mistakes. The reason lies in its shape. The sharp spines on a cactus are seen as energy arrows. In nature, these spines help the plant defend itself. But when placed indoors, especially in spaces like the living room or bedroom, which are meant to feel soft and comfortable, these sharp points give off a sense of tension and resistance. Imagine this. In a space meant for rest, conversation, and family bonding, the presence of a thorny cactus feels like putting up an invisible wall between people. Psychologically, when someone sits near a cactus, their body instinctively tenses up, as if preparing to defend against something. This subtle stress can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, and conflicts within the family. In Feng Shui, harmony is the foundation of wealth. If the family is constantly in disagreement, if peace cannot be maintained, then wealth has no chance to accumulate. That is why many Feng Shui experts suggest that cacti should only be placed outside, in the yard or on the porch, where they can serve as protectors, blocking negative energy from entering. But inside the house, they become spikes that block good luck, making it difficult for money to enter, or easy for it to disappear once it does. This idea actually makes perfect sense if you think about it simply. To attract wealth, Your home needs to feel soft, calm, and inviting. A plant full of thorns, built for defense, obviously cannot create that feeling. And if a person does not feel safe or relaxed in their own home, how can they make clear, confident decisions in work or finance? Mistake 2. Keeping dead plants or dried flowers. Another common mistake is holding on to dead plants, wilted leaves, or dried flowers. Many people think, it is just one pot. It would be a waste to throw it away. And they hope the plant will come back to life. But in Feng Shui, this represents decay, a source of bad energy that can directly affect both your wealth and your family's spirit. Just take a look at a plant with yellowing leaves and drooping flowers. It immediately gives off a feeling of sadness and decline. In terms of energy, a dead plant means life energy has stopped, replaced by stagnation and heaviness. When you keep such a plant inside, you are unknowingly holding on to negative energy that blocks prosperity and keeps luck from finding its way to you. In Feng Shui, freshness and growth are always linked with wealth and success. On the other hand, decay symbolizes endings and loss. So keeping a dying plant is like allowing drained energy to settle into your home. This does not just affect your finances, it also drags down your mood. People tend to feel tired, unmotivated, and surrounded by a sense of emotional exhaustion. The solution is very simple. Do not be afraid to throw away wilted plants. Replace them with fresh, healthy ones. This is not just about changing a plant. It is a message to the energy in your home that you are ready to let go of what has ended and make room for new beginnings. It is just like tidying up a messy room. Once you remove the old, dusty items, the space feels brighter, and your mind feels clearer too. Dried flowers are often kept for decoration, but keep in mind, even the most beautiful dried flowers have already lost their life force. They no longer carry growing energy, only the appearance of beauty. Keeping dried flowers for too long is like holding on to energy that has already run dry. If you want a beautiful home, choose fresh flowers or strong green plants. Those are the kinds of energy that help wealth grow and flourish. Mistake 3. Letting trailing vines cover your walls. Climbing vines often create a soft, romantic feeling. A wall covered in lush green vines can make your home feel closer to nature. But in Feng Shui, what matters most is how energy flows. And vines that hang down can accidentally create a curtain that blocks the movement of energy inside your home. When vines trail downward, they turn the wall, which should be a firm, upright support, into something heavy and tangled. Instead of feeling open and airy, a vine-covered wall can make a space feel swallowed and dense. When energy moves toward the wall, instead of bouncing and flowing through the space, it gets trapped and tangled in those hanging vines. This is why vine-covered walls are often associated with stagnation and blockages in Feng Shui. This is not just theory, you can feel it in real life. Walk into a room with open, bare walls, and it feels light and calming. But if those same walls are covered with trailing vines, the room suddenly feels heavier, even if the lighting has not changed. That heaviness directly affects your mood, making you feel delayed, indecisive, and overwhelmed, like nothing is clear or easy to move forward. Over time, a space like this can make it difficult to start new projects, take initiative, or act with confidence. Even when opportunities come close, they are easy to miss because this kind of heavy energy clouds both thinking and feeling. That is why many families living in homes with lots of hanging vines often feel like everything in life slows down. Work, money, and motivation. This does not mean all vines are bad. When grown properly, with support to grow upward in a vertical direction, climbing plants can symbolize growth and rising energy. But when they are left to droop and cover entire walls, they send a message of surrender and blockage. So if you want to keep vines, make sure to trim them neatly and guide them to grow upward. This way, your energy flows up, not down. Mistake 4. Placing an oversized plant in a small room. A small room needs balance more than anything else. When you step into it, you want to feel relaxed, refreshed, and able to recharge. But if you place a giant plant in a tiny space, especially one that towers above your eye level, that sense of harmony is immediately thrown off. A large plant in a small room is like a giant guest sitting at a tiny dinner table. It dominates the space, making everything feel cramped and overwhelming. In Feng Shui, this means the plant's energy takes over the room, preventing natural energy flow. What happens next? The homeowner often feels weighed down, like they have lost control of the space. When your environment feels like it is overpowering you, it is easy to shrink back, lose confidence, and hesitate. That is why many people say that after placing a huge plant in a small room, they start to feel more tired, emotionally heavy, and even stuck in their work. Success requires energy, confidence, and the drive to rise up. But when you are being overshadowed in your own home, even by something as simple as a plant, it is not surprising that you start to feel held down in real life too. In Feng Shui, this is called energy imbalance. Instead of a balanced flow, the energy becomes disorganized and overpowering, which directly affects your mindset and your ability to move forward. The solution is simple. Instead of trying to squeeze an oversized plant into a small room, choose one that fits the space. Something neat and proportionate. A plant with the right size brings harmony, allows energy to flow naturally, and most importantly, creates a sense of ease and comfort. When you feel like you are in control of your space, your confidence naturally grows, and from there, so does your career and your finances. Wealth and prosperity do not come only from your work outside. They also come from how well you care for the space you live in every single day. A home that keeps its energy fresh and balanced naturally becomes a magnet for good fortune, a place where blessings arrive and decide to stay. The most important thing to remember is you are the one who creates the energy for your home. Even a small change, a plant placed in the right spot, a thoughtful choice, can make a huge difference in your life's path. So right now, to activate the flow of prosperity, comment down below with this powerful affirmation. I welcome wealth and abundance into my home. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you will always receive valuable Feng Shui tips to help your life grow more abundant and peaceful. If you found this video helpful, share it with your loved ones and friends. Let them welcome good energy too. I will see you again in the next videos, where we will continue to explore more simple yet powerful Feng Shui secrets to bring balance and joy into everyday life.